Hey Jay.
What you doing today?
I got suckered into doing this, so amongst other things that I have to do around here, we're gonna pack these VTL amps that got sold on the weekend. Part of our menagerie, but it's gone. And now I have to pack it. So it's a pretty damn heavy amplifier. 10 tubes in each mono block. So if you have a look, whoops, sorry.
Okay.
So the most careful thing you have to do is make sure the tubes don't get damaged in shipment. This is going to California, so it's being shipped pretty far. They come in these original boxes, and I made sure to note which amp is which serial number. They're consecutive serial numbers, and I made a diagram to show you how the tubes are going to be marked. Now this amplifier is it's fixed bias, so you have to actually figure out what the bias is and everything's being done correctly. So if you put the tubes back in the right position according to this diagram, it'll function at 100%. So I made one for each one, and then I'm going to actually label each of the tubes according to the diagram. Of course, you can hear our phones are ringing off the hook. A little green masking tape and a little Sharpie, and then we're good to go. So what I'm going to do right now is just take the cover off. These do not pop off. They are actually bolted on. Note the gloves. So I've taken off the cage. As you can see, there's a cage here. And we're going to start with a tube. So I think in my diagram this is 40, this will be 44/1. As you can see, I have gloves on to make sure that I don't get any skin oils on it, because when it heats up with skin oil on it, it can actually shorten the life of the glass. This is a KT88. And it's actually smoked, so this is actually a fairly quiet tube. It's fairly well made, and I'm just going to package this and label this. Taking the tube out, the tube now is marked 44, which is the serial number, and A is the first tube. And so we'll just take it and we'll wrap it carefully in some paper. Could be almost anything, shrink wrap. I just don't have any of it here. So this in a package should be fairly safe. I don't have a box, but as you can see, the paper is not just flat, it's all got all sorts of surfaces here and crinklies and so forth, and that inside a box with all the other tubes should be fairly safe. So what's going to happen is everything will be put into this box like so, and I'll show you what it looks like after I've wrapped everything up. Okay, so guys, have a look at this. I have a box here, and each one of these tubes is wrapped up individually, and each one of these tubes is being marked. So 44A, 44B, 44C, so forth. They correspond to the chart here. And so when you put it all back together, you just follow this chart and you'll never get confused. And so that's how you pack it very carefully.
Like potatoes.
So that will be empty. You see how that's empty now? And then the tubes will be sent separately. When I have everything packed up, we'll shoot another little part of it, and you'll see how carefully everything's put together. And that's the only way to really do it, survive the journey all the way to California. You see how we carefully wrap this in saran wrap. This is just plastic wrap. And since it's not being double boxed, we've been very careful with it. That goes back this way. And then I'm going to tape it a gazillion times around, and then this is how it's going to get sent to California. So the tubes will be sent separately. If you look here, I have a box. Both boxes will go in here with the tubes, and it's all cushioned, and each box will have nomenclature here to say this goes with that amp, which ends in serial number 44. And that's how it's done. Hopefully you'll have fun doing this too one day. Thank you.